Hi, I'm Bonnie Barker with BonnieBabeCrochet.com, and today in this video I'm going to cover how to make the Pacific Chunky Cabled Headband. This is part of a set. It also comes with instructions for cabled mitts that I'm going to put in another separate video. So if you like the headband and want to go ahead and make the matching mitts, you can do that. This project will take one scan of Cascade Yarns Pacific Chunky. This is a 5, and I'll just show you what this is made of. It has 60% acrylic, 40% superwash merino. It's a really nice soft blend. And let's see what else you're going to need. You're going to need a crochet hook size L. Okay, here's my crochet hook size L, which is also number 11. Or the equivalent measurement is 8.00 millimeters. Okay, so that's pretty much all you're going to need. That, and you're going to need a yarn needle at the end to hide the loose strands. Well, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to chain 13. This is for the headband. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Lucky number 13. Okay, the instructions say to single crochet in second chain from hook. Okay, so I'm going to single crochet in the second chain. I skipped the first. Okay, I've done that. And now I'm going to double crochet in the next chain. I'm going to single crochet in the next chain and double crochet in the next 5 chains. This will be the central cable. So let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me explain something what I've just done too about working in the chain. People have different views of that. You're welcome to use whatever version you like to do of working in the chain. Some people like to work in the back bump only. I find that a little cumbersome personally. And we are going to use the remainder part of the chain here when we connect this. So the chain's going to be completely hidden. And I find that when you have to go through the remainder too, it's actually easier. But if you want to do the back bump and then do the other 2 later as we connect, that's up to you. Feel free to do what you're most comfortable with. Okay, so we've just finished the 5 double crochets, which will be the cable part. And the next thing, it says single crochet in the next chain. Let's go ahead and do that. Double crochet in the next chain, and we're going to do that 2 times. Okay, some of you may be familiar, the double crochet, single crochet alternating is also called the 2-stitch. Okay, so we've done that. And this ends row 1. Now for row 2, we're going to chain 1. Well, we should have turned, chain 1, turn, or turn, chain 1, whatever. Single crochet in the double crochet and double crochet in the single crochet. So simply put, when we're using the double stitch or the 2-stitch, if it's a tall stitch, we're going to use the small stitch on top of that, which is a single crochet. If it's a single crochet, which is the short stitch, we're going to use the tall stitch, which is a double crochet on top of that. It just makes a really nice fabric. Okay, so we're going to single crochet. Now we're going to double crochet. Now we're going to single crochet, and we're going to double crochet. Okay, we're going to skip these 2 stitches, and then we're going to front post treble in the next 2 stitches. Okay, so we're going to just like so. Now working in front of these 2 stitches, let me grab some more yarn here. Working in front of these 2 stitches, we're going to reach right around in front, and we're going to front post treble in the 2 skip stitches. If you're not familiar with post stitches, I do have some other videos on my Bonnie Babe Crochet channel on YouTube that you can check out. And basically what we're doing is we're wrapping the hook around the stitch instead of going through the 2 top loops. Okay, after we've done that, we are going to, okay, it says to repeat from the asterisk, which says to single crochet in the next double crochet, and we're going to double crochet in on top of the next stitch, and then single crochet, as you see, is on top of the double, and then we're going to double crochet on top of the single. So in essence, when you do it this way, the stitches do even out. Okay, we're kind of filling in. Now for row 3, we're going to chain 1. We should have already turned. And we're going to single crochet in the double crochet and double crochet in the single crochet. We're going to do this at the beginning and end of each row. So we're going to single crochet, then we're going to double crochet, single crochet, and then we're going to double crochet. Okay, now this is where my cabling system varies a little bit from some of the other crochet cables out there. For the next 4 stitches, we are just simply going to work back post double crochet all the way across. Okay, it's a little tricky here, but you can usually feel where the stitches go. Back post double. We're not crossing anything. We're just going straight across as the stitches appear to us. Now these you might have to reach around a little bit. These 2 are hidden. Make sure you do 4 back post double crochets or you will not have much of a cable to work on in row 4. Okay, now we're going to do single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, and double crochet. It's as quick as this. And when you're using such a large hook and bulky material, this is going to come together really fast. Okay, so this is what we should have so far. Okay. Now for row 5, okay, we are going to, actually, rows 4, see this is we run to, okay, we're on row 4. For rows 4 through 35, we're going to repeat rows 2 and 3 a total of 16 times, or until the headband is 22 inches long, or the desired length that you would like. Okay, so if you want this shorter, you just do fewer rows. If you want this longer, you just do more rows. It's as simple as that. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to repeat row 2 again. Row 2 is going to have the front side facing. We're going to single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. Now we're going to skip the next 2, front post treble crochet, yes, treble, wrap the hook twice, treble, working in front of the last 2 stitches. Okay, working in front of these 2 stitches, we're going to go ahead and front post treble in the 2 stitches that we skipped. Okay, now we're going to single crochet, double crochet, single crochet, double crochet. I'm going to show you one more row before I go off to do this again and again and again. I'm going to chain 1, turn. Again, this is a repeat of row 3. Single crochet. Oops, I almost did a post stitch there. Double crochet. This is working in the top loops. Single crochet. And, whoops, double crochet. And now I'm going to do 4 back post double crochets straight across. That's 1, 2. Now these 2 may be a little bit hidden as you come around. 3. Hope you can see that. 4. And then I'm going to single crochet. This is working through the tops. Double crochet. Single crochet. And double crochet. Let me show you what I've gotten thus far. Okay, now that's doing 2 cables, and that's a good bit. That's approximately 2 inches there. I need to measure that to verify that, but this is how you're going to do. Okay, so I'm going to have you do through row 35. That's just repeating rows 2, row 3, row 2, row 3 until you get the desired length. One way to check the desired length, if it's for you, for your head size, you can just simply, put it around the back of your head and see if you're, connecting with the other 2. You want it to be a little bit tight. You want it to be able to stretch a little bit as you're connecting these. You don't want it to be so loose that it just falls off. So go ahead and finish rows 2 and 3 until you get to row 35, just repeating those 2 rows, and then I will show you how to connect. Okay, now that I have finished through row 35, I'll show you my headband. Okay, this is now approximately 22 inches long and 4¼ inches wide. Now, if your headband is too big, what you need to do is take a row or 2 out so that it will fit your head. One thing you can do is just kind of wrap it around your head and see if it's the size that you like. This is actually a larger size, so be sure to go ahead and try to size this as best you can before you do this next step. Okay, the next step is row 36. We are going to go ahead and turn, and we're going to chain 1. Now we're going to take the front sides and have them face each other like this. Okay, so let me just show that just to make sure you understand. Front sides facing. Okay, you should have the back side facing you now. Okay, now we're just going to work a slip stitch, working through both the foundation chain and the 2 loops of the last row worked. Slip, stitch. I'm going to pull that out a bit. This is really not too difficult at all. If you can kind of see what I'm doing here, and if you're not sure where the chain is, you can look where the stitches were worked. Okay, I'm just going through both loops, or actually all 4. Okay, you're also going to want to make sure that when you start the cable, that the cable is lining up. And if not, it's not a problem to just work. Use a set of loops more than once. It's not a really big deal. This is going to be a hidden seam. Hopefully, when you put it on, it's going to be at the back of the neck. You're not going to be able to see this anyway. So it doesn't have to be totally perfect. But let's try. Let's try to get it going well. Okay. I'm going to go all the way across. Let's go through both of the loops there. I like my stitches to be nice and secure where they're joined. Okay, need to hang on to the hook. Alright, and that will be the last one. So now to finish off, I'm going to chain 1. I'm going to give it a nice little tug there. I'm going to go grab a pair of scissors. I'm going to cut the string back here because I'm going to give myself a nice long string for hiding those loose ends. Okay, give it a nice little tug. Okay, I'll turn it right side out. See how nicely that lined up? Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get a yarn needle. I'm going to show you how to hide those loose ends quickly. Okay, now let's hide those loose strands. I'm going to turn it inside out because you're always going to want to hide these strands on the back side. I'm just using your regular old yarn needle that you can get at any of your craft stores. I like the Susan Bates just because I like the shape of the needle. Some of the needles have a boxy look that I have a harder time pulling through. I just like the way Susan Bates designs their hooks and their needles. And this is not a paid endorsement. This is just a personal preference. So what I'm going to do with this, I'm just going to, I'm going to work it through some of the stitches here. I'm going to try to run this. There's no rhyme or reason to how you do this. You just want to make sure that the stitches, or the strand rather, is well hidden. So I'm just going to run it under some strands like so. Okay. Just do it in the best way you can. After I've done that, I'm going to clip it as close to that as I can. Give it a little tug. And that is now hidden, hopefully forever. Okay, I've got one more to do. I'll show you one more time. This is a little bit tedious, but I promise you this goes a lot faster when you use a needle like this. I am just going to run this under the stitches as they come. Whoops, let me pull that down so you can see it. And there's no rules here. You just want to make sure that the string is hidden well enough it's not going to pull out. And you don't want to see it again. Make sure that when you do clip the ends of your yarn, when you finish a round, that you leave at least 4 to 5 inches so that you have enough space, enough yarn to comfortably thread the needle here. Okay, now I'm going to just trim that. And we are good to go on our headband. For the record, this took me less than an hour. I guess because I'm more comfortable with the pattern than you might be. But this is one of those patterns that is easy, it's quick, and very economical. You can use up some of your extra bulky yarn if you don't want to go out and buy the Pacific chunky, buy a Cascade. But anyway, there you go. I hope you enjoy this tutorial, and if you want to learn how to do the matching cuffs that go with it, that's going to be on my channel as well. Take care. God bless.